is Rambling Hour with Lisa, Season 7, Episode 9, coming to you from the living room where I have been sleeping most of the day. I am not sick, necessarily. I'm feeling fine, but just tired from, I didn't sleep well during the night because I started feeling in pain about 4 o'clock in the morning or 4:30, and it felt like a bruise underneath my left knee, and it just got more painful and it was hard to sleep. So finally at just after 6, I decided to get up and go to the hospital just in case it was something that needed checking out. Ends up I have what is called I forgot now, housemaid's knee. So it's just like the what's it called? My brain is just not working. Like liquid, not liquid. There's nothing. Fluid underneath the knee. Like we have little sacks that prevent like damage to things when we like kneel and stuff like that. And because I've knelt so much in the garden over time, it's just the sack is filled up with fluid, and so it's quite painful. I just have to rest it. So you can see the bump there, that it looks like I have a second kneecap. But yeah, so it's called housemaid's knee, so I just have to keep my leg up and ice it and take painkillers. And is there some, rest. Yeah, just keep it up. Yeah. So I don't know how I'm going to do my workout today, but I'm going to get my time in. So whether I'm just doing stuff on the couch here with the other leg and my arms, I don't know, but I'm not going to miss a day of my workout. So we'll see how that goes. I hope everyone is well and that you guys have had a great week. I'm still drinking pop, so I'm burping. I was looking back at some of my past lives and I was like thinking about how, oh man, remember when I would like shower and do my hair and wear something nice and look great? I miss those. So that was my plan today. I was going to do another one where I just like got ready and looked great for it, but then all this happened, and yeah, so I got in at the hospital sooner than I thought. It was a 9-hour wait, but I walked from the parking lot to in the hospital at 6:20 a.m. and I left at like 10:30, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so 4 hours instead of 9 hours. So that wasn't bad at all, especially when there was some people there who had been there like from the night before at 11, and somebody who came in at 2:30 in the morning, and yeah, so that was good. What is going on in other news? My mom and my sister Tina and her husband Ryan went to Garth Brooks a couple days ago, and I can see lots of my Edmontonian. So the city I was born and raised in is called Edmonton. So if you're from Edmonton, you're an Edmontonian. And I've seen a lot of my, well, not just Edmontonians, but Albertans and everybody, like lots of people are going to the Garth Brooks concert. So for people in the UK and such that don't listen to country music, Garth Brooks is like the #1 country music artist in the world. So, and his wife, Trisha Yearwood, is a very famous musician as well, and so she did a few songs as well, is what I heard. So that's very exciting to see everybody going to Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood. I hope it was great. I've heard good things about it, so that sounds fun. Mom was looking forward to that. Hi, Mom. And what else? I know Samantha's watching right now, or she did sign on. So Samantha, can I tell people the good news? And my Steven is such a sweetie, so because I can't do much now because I have to have my knee up, he made dinner, but he ran out to get some stuff for making dinner, and he came back and he said, because I'm not feeling well, that I could get he got me a treat. So this is what I'm drinking. So that was very sweet of him. You won't be able to tell any different, but it's Dr. Pepper instead of Coke. Samantha said, of course. So this morning when I was at the hospital, I didn't know what time Samantha would wake up at because, you know, it's early, but just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I need to. She's okay. Sorry about that. So it is Erica's boyfriend's birthday. It was on Friday, and she went over there for dinner tonight, and she just sent me a text saying that she's back. Well, they went to his grandma's house, and she just texted me that they're back there and asked if I could go pick her up, but I can't pick her up because I'm doing this. So I was messaging her back, so I didn't leave her hanging. But Reese is gonna walk her home. So I wish it was coming up on my phone, but let me see if I can do this on my watch instead. Stupid cover. Why can't I? Why won't it let me draw? There. Okay, so sometimes, because it's such a small screen, you just draw the letter, like N, and then O, and then send. So she just asked if I was mad at her. Oh my gosh, I am gonna get mad if she... I'm not mad, Erica. I'm trying to do my live, so I'll see you when you get home. I love you. Sorry, guys. Technology. Now I'm... Oh my goodness. Okay, I am so sorry. The send wouldn't let me press, and it now... No, Siri, I don't want anything. Now, no. So now I wrote, I'm not mad, Eric. I'm trying to do my live, so I'll see you when you get home. I love you guys. I love you. And then, but it also put on, sorry, guys, technology, no. And that's on. So anyways, she can walk home. And, excuse me. Yeah, so I don't even remember what I was saying before she texted. Oh, yes. Okay, so I didn't know what time Samantha would wake up, but I know that she has kids, so she might wake up early. So, like I said, I got to the hospital at 6:20 is when I was walking into the hospital. Can't remember what time I actually texted Samantha, but it was shortly after that, and just let her know that I was at the hospital and what was going on, but also that to let me know what time she'd be at the hospital to see Spencer, because that's the same hospital that her baby is in, her preemie baby. So she didn't know, hi Auntie Diane, she didn't know what time she would be at the hospital that day, but then I asked her how she was doing, and she said she's good, but she's just getting tired of going between home and the hospital every day. And I said, don't worry, Spencer will be home before you know it. And he's 11 weeks, I believe, now, at 27. And then Steve, after I got home, Steve told me that there was a post on Facebook, and that Samantha posted that Spencer was able to come home today. So I knew he'd be home sooner than you would think. So he's passed all his things, and he is officially gone home with Samantha. So yay, Spencer's at home, growing big and strong, and you know, joining the family, so that Samantha doesn't have to go back and forth, and they can all be together. So congratulations, Samantha, for having the baby at home. What else? Okay, so for those of you who have tried to make something go away at the top of the screen and it clicked on it, sorry. So for those of you who don't know, the reason that I did if you saw my little Bitmoji cartoon that I do to show that I'm doing my rambling hour, I put that I'm clumsy, and I didn't actually technically hurt myself. I didn't hit it or anything, but it's from kneeling in the garden, especially on the asphalt in our front drive. continuously kneeling, you can get something which is nicknamed housemaid's knee. So that is what I have. So I'll show you guys again. You can see how I have a lump here. It's like a second kneecap. Here's my kneecap. Here's the lump. And so the fluid in the sac here, that there's sacks all over your body to protect your joints and stuff from damage if you do kneel and do different things. But it's sent more fluid to the sac and too much. So I have to keep it elevated. I have to ice it a bit and just take painkillers. And it should go away by itself in the next few days. Very difficult for me, so because it's been a beautiful day outside. I've been looking outside the whole time and just frustrated that I feel fine. Everything else is fine except the pain under my knee. But I can't really do much of anything. I mean, I can read, I can watch TV, I can do that kind of stuff, but I mean physically, you know, you guys know I'm a doer and I'd like to get up and do stuff. But yeah, resting. So that's why I slept most of the day, because what else is there to do when you're frustrated and sad and feeling sorry for yourself? But I dreamt good dreams, so that's good. The weird thing is when I put the ice on it, I don't feel it on the lump. I don't feel the ice. I can feel the ice around it, but the lump I don't have any feeling from the ice. So that's weird. But yeah, and so I was supposed to ice it for 15-minute intervals, and then I'm not actually sure how long I'm supposed to take the ice off for, but I guess as long as I don't get frostbite on it, don't leave it on too long. So I have to measure it by the coldness around it to see if I've left it on too long. So yes, so hopefully next Sunday I will be looking fabulous and showered and looking like, you know, actually like I put in some effort for my live, like back in the olden days when I first started my lives. But still, you still get the rambling, and like I said, I'm not sick or anything. It's just the injury, so I can still ramble and ramble and ramble. I was thinking about it in May, because it's 2022. I met Steve in 2012, so it's a decade that we've known each other. That's what I told him, a decade of knowing crazy Lisa May. Yeah, so Erica, like I said, her boyfriend's birthday was on Friday, so he turned 14. And my niece, Shay, turns 14 today. And then after Shay was born, a week and 10 minutes later, Erica was born. So next Sunday is Erica's 14th birthday, so our baby is 14. And I saw that Mrs. Hoda signed on, and Mrs. Hoda, Bev Hoda, she was the girls' grade 2 teacher, grade 1 or grade 2? I think grade 2 teacher. And so, because they were in the same class. No, she was the teacher for the other girls, for Allison and Aurora. She had retired, I think, by then, so she didn't teach Shay and Erica. And Erica only did kindergarten in Meath Park, and then we moved here. So did she finish kindergarten? I think she finished kindergarten, and she was just like a month of grade 1, and then we moved here. Mom says, hey, where are you? I'm on the couch in my living room, Mommy. This is where I've been sleeping most of the day. You know, I was pretty excited that I only took 4 hours at the hospital, because if it had been 9 hours, I would have been there till like 4 in the afternoon, early evening. And I was like, man, that's my whole day. I won't even get in the garden or anything. And then I got home, you know, like I said, just after 10:30, and I didn't go in the garden anyways, because the problem is also with my knee is that it's hard to bend it. So it feels like really tight and hard to bend. So I wouldn't be able to do much anyways. I mean, I could sit in the garden with my foot up, and enjoy the garden. But yeah, so I think Steve's going out with his mates. As far as I knew, he was going out, but it's still, he hasn't left yet. It's only 8:15, so yeah. And like I said, Erica is on her way home, and Aurora and Allison are upstairs, as well as Tom went to his nan's this weekend, but he's home with Nova. And I did see Aurora and Allison today with Steve when he made such a yummy dinner. I told him I need to get injured more often because he wasn't planning on cooking, obviously, but it was his first time, like he barbecued on Father's Day and then a few days later because we had some meat left that needed to be cooked. So he's made dinner lately, but today was his first day cooking in the new kitchen and he got to be alone doing it and just, he said that the only frustrating thing is that he said he needed a map because like everything's just put in drawers like where it might stay but it might not, and it's new to him because like I said it's his first time really using the new kitchen. But he made these really yummy chicken thighs with a nice rub, and then we had baked potatoes with beans and cheese, which is what I was going to make anyways. Samantha says, what are you guys doing for the birthday next weekend? Well, that's a good question. I have no idea. I have no idea what Erica wants to do. I mean, she's a bit older now, so I doubt she's going to have friends over. Plus, she's kind of at that age, besides Tyla, which is Samantha's daughter, and they don't go to the same school, so they don't see each other as much as they'd love to. Besides Tyla, Erica doesn't really hang out with anyone except Reese. So most of her weekends and stuff are just seeing Reese. So I imagine it'll be something with Reese. I don't know if we're going out for dinner or I don't know what the plans are, but that is a very good question. And I thought about the thing I said last week with all the random words and putting them into a hat so that if I lose my train of thought or what I should talk about, I can take a topic out and then talk about that. But our printer's still not working, so I meant to ask Steve what's going on with the printer. So yeah, that'll have to. I mean, I could write them on a piece of paper, but I do need to do that to clean the office. It did rain a little bit this week, but not enough for me to be in the house. I've been in the garden most of the week, but I've gotten so much done, which is crap that my knee has done this now. Samantha says I could drop Tyla over. Okay, yes, that she would probably love that. I will let you know exactly what's happening after. I'll talk to Steve and her after, and we'll make plans. Tyla is already 14, so Samantha knows. But Tyla is Samantha's oldest, so it's not her baby turning 14, but she knows what it's like to have a 14-year-old. It's weird because when I moved here, Tom was 12 turning 13, and that was Steve's baby, and then, he took on 3 more, so now Erica's older than Tom was when we got here. So everybody's good. The kids are all good. I can't say anything specific about this week. Aurora's done her exams, so she's pretty happy about that. Erica still has a few weeks of school. Allison's done college, and Steve sent me a link to a horticulture course that is in October, but it's so funny. It's at the same college that Aurora's going to, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I should do that. I guess it's only 1 day a week, but could you imagine going to college for your first year and your mom is like taking the bus with you, or I mean, I could drive myself, or being there. I guess, yeah, she would want me to drive her those days, but going to the same college as you. I've never gone to any post-secondary, so I've never gone to college or anything like that, and so it would be interesting, and I think I would do pretty good in a horticulture course because I'd like to think I know a lot of this stuff, but there's always more to learn. But to be honest, and I haven't said this to anybody except myself, is that I'm kind of scared to go back to school, even if it is 1 day a week. But then what can I say when I'm talking to someone like Samantha or my little sister Tina, who don't stop? They're always taking courses, and my sister has a master's, and yeah, so I guess when I was in Alberta still, before I moved to Saskatchewan, I did my insurance. I got my insurance license, and I had a fat binder, huge fat binder, and I had to learn all of that, and I did. I read the whole binder. I learned everything, so that would be studying. So I guess I can do it. And I never even worked as hard like that in school, so I did really well with that when I got my license. And then I moved to Saskatchewan, which I could have worked for a different insurance company, but I would have had to rewrite a test because it's a different province, so it's a different license. But so yeah, I'm thinking about, it starts in October, so I'm thinking about maybe taking that horticulture course. It's only 1 day a week, so it's not like I'm like taking on a huge load, but it's just being a mature student and doing something like that is just a bit scary. Oh, so scary. I can see Steve walking by in the entranceway, so he's getting ready to go to cards. No, I can hear the door. He's leaving, I think. So what is new with you guys? What have you done this last week? Anything interesting? How's the weather been? I know my mom said it's been raining there in Edmonton, so she's a bit frustrated with too much rain, but we need the rain here. The farmers need the rain. So Auntie Diane says, Marie, did you guys enjoy the concert? I'm so jealous. So we're talking about Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood for country music fans. And Auntie Diane, I used the can opener. Did I tell you that last week? So I think I've used a can opener like that before, where it doesn't actually cut the can. It just breaks the seal around the thing. But the first thing I opened with it was tuna, and I was so mad because, so I'll use that for most things, but for my tuna cans, I'm going to use the old can opener still, because I like the I like my tuna cans for it to cut the top so that I can push it in to drain all the liquid out with the tuna. When it took off the lid like that, obviously there's no sharp edges because it's only breaking the seal, but I couldn't push the lid into the can so I had to like squeeze the tuna with my hands. I guess I could have put it in a strainer or something, but then that's just more dishes to wash. So I have used a can opener. I like it. It's very easy and smooth, and yes, so I do like it, but the only thing I won't use it for is tuna. So that's a review from me for Tupperware can opener, guaranteed for life. And like I said, I'm thinking that every time I know someone's coming from Canada to here, I might put in a bit of a Tupperware order, and then I'll build up my Tupperware over time. Auntie Diane says that's good. So, Auntie Diane, last week, she couldn't watch my live. She had said, well, she popped in, but she was going to watch it on catch up because she was watching my cousin Sam mud bogging, like racing. And Auntie Diane, that is, he came in second, I believe, right? So congratulations to Sam for his position in mud bog racing. Auntie Diane says that's a great idea. Well, like I said, because most people will have some room, like, to bring stuff here that, you know, as treats for me and the family and everything else. And then that room, when they take out the Tupperware or the treats or whatever, that room is just room for them to take souvenirs back. So it should work out well. Plus, depending on what the containers are, you can literally like open containers and shove like socks and stuff in, close a container, and it's not going to really take up much more room than the stuff that you're packing anyways. So I know my brain is not like, it's not that I don't know what to talk about, it's that, well, maybe a little bit of, I mean, I could talk about anything, but yeah, it's still really light outside. I haven't been outside at all. Like I said, I have to figure out how to do my workout, even if I'm just like doing something. I need to get my heart rate up so that I can do my workout, even if it's just on the couch, because I'm not going to miss a day. Nope, can't break my streak. So it says I've done 8 out of 30 minutes so far, but that was probably because, okay, so when I get to the hospital, okay, so where the A&E is, like that's what we call emergency, the parking lot that you usually parked in for that, they built a whole new section of the hospital, and so it's very small there. So I parked over by the main entrance, and then almost a little bit further away, and I thought, oh, I don't mind walking, forgetting why I was at the hospital, that I can't walk very well. So it was a long walk from my car all the way to A&E, and then I have this bag with like magazines in, I have my phone with my book on it, portable charger to charge my phone, I had drinks, snacks, like I was ready to spend the day at you know, in A&E if I needed to, because I knew that it's always a long wait at emergency anywhere, like not just here in the UK. But so that was fine, because I wanted to make sure, I would rather be safe than sorry, so I wanted to make sure that I was okay. But I get to A&E and I'm there and I realize I have my magazines, I have my book and my phone. I left my glasses in the car. So I'm like, what the heck? It's hard to walk. And so I get signed in and registered and everything, and that's when they told me it was going to be a 9-hour wait. So I did. I walked all the way back to my car to get my glasses, and then all the way back to A&E. So that is probably where I got some exercise, even though I was hobbling and, you know, not walking. But can I just say that when you look at the bright side of any situation, when I first left the house, it was just after 6 in the morning, and I rarely get up at that time. Well, actually, I do wake up at 6 every day to wake up the kids, but I don't get outside at that time. And it was a nice day. It was just, I loved it. I loved it. If it was up to me, I would go to bed early and I would get up early and just have the whole day. Like, I loved being up at 6 and just being in the garden, even for a few minutes while I walked to the car. And so I didn't take that for granted. A beautiful morning. And then even the walk from my car to A&E and then back, and then again, it was outside. It was quick. It's quicker to go around the outside of the building than to go through the building to the main entrance and stuff. So that I got time outside that way. Again, a nice day, sun shining and everything else. So it was, you know, lovely like that. Now here's the thing about, I remember this happening to us at an airport. Now your attitude and what you put out into the world is very important, and you do really get back what you put out there. So when me and Steve went to an airport one time, there was this guy who was just complaining about how long the line was to check your bags when you first get there and stuff, and just, I don't even know, he was just going off and complaining and everything else. And it's like, God, you know what, complaining isn't going to make things go any faster. It's not going to make your day any better. So, you know, you just need to like let any situation be what it is, instead of, you know, making a big deal about it. So me and Steve were just like, whatever, you know, calm as a cucumber, just like big line, but whatever, what can you do, right? So just plan ahead, have a book on your phone to read, or, you know, whatever, just calm down, look around, enjoy some time in your head, like just chill, be in the moment, right? Live in the moment. Anyways, because me and Steve were all chill and not bothered about taking forever in the line, this guy was like right in front of us, so he would have been right before us. There was this lady who had nobody at her counter, which was like I think like the quick check-in, I don't know what it was, but she's like, I can help you guys over here. So because me and Steve weren't obsessive about how long it was going to take and everything else, we got like straight ahead and went in, no problem. So basically the same thing happened at the hospital. So I was like prepared to stay for hours, and I knew that it could be a long wait, and I know that the NHS like staff are working their asses off. Okay, they've been working through, I mean, they always work hard. Then we had this COVID thing. They're working so hard, burning out everything else. They didn't really get much of a pay raise. No one's giving them like a, hey, thanks for hanging in there this whole time and doing everything for us and saving lives and not resting. So they, you know, they don't get the appreciation. Besides the ones who have already burnt out, these ones who are there are still trying to get things done. It's not like they're sitting there having coffee while people are waiting. And then there's people who are just so rude and don't get it and think, oh, I've been here for hours and hours. It's like, well, yeah, what if they could get you in quicker, they would, because they don't want to inconvenience people. They don't want to anger people. They don't want to keep people who are in pain and hurt waiting. But they can only do so much. They're only human, right? Especially if they're burnt out or there's a shortage of workers and everything else. So just, again, just chill, calm. It's not the end of the world. You're at the hospital. Unless you're going to die, it's not the end of the world. Just chill, right? So I'm like I said, I'm packed up, ready to camp out there for however long it needs to be. And at first I was sitting, I went to a corner chair so I could put my head against the wall. And, but I couldn't really have my knee, my leg bent like that because of my knee. And so I tried to have it like out like that, but that wasn't working. And so I sat on the ground in front of the chair, but just sitting up like if I went like how I am now with my legs straight out is really bad on my lower back, so I couldn't do that. So basically I used my bag underneath the chair as a pillow, and I just lied straight out facing the wall and like had a nap under there. And like I said, I was there for the long haul, so and then instead of a 9-hour wait, I got through and done within 4 hours from arriving at the hospital. So where, like I said, there was this one guy who just got belligerent. Is that the right word? Like, he just started swearing and being rude and everything else and saying, I've got mental health. I told you guys I have mental health. And he was just, I mean, lots of us have mental health, right? But you're just an asshole. Like, calm down. Everybody here is waiting. Lots of people here have been here for hours. Like, he was just, it was unacceptable, and he's like, I'm leaving, I'm not doing this anymore. And he had been there for quite a few hours, but I'm just thinking, like, listen, you walking out and leaving makes it their day easier because it's one less person that they have to see, but also it's you who, if there's something serious that you need to see them about and you leave now, then you're, you know, if you have to come back, you're gonna have to wait again, and you know, like, it's you who suffers. They don't really suffer from you walking away. But it was just the contrast to this guy who's been waiting like however many hours and he doesn't get in, and then he leaves, and me who's just like, whatever, you know, just cool. And then I got in, like, yeah, it was just, you know, plus the difference is, like, everybody who was waiting in that waiting room wasn't necessarily there for the ER, like for the A&E. It was just a waiting room that they put us in. Some people were there for the out of hours GP, and you know, some people are there for the, like, to go into minor injuries or x-rays. And so it might have looked like a huge full waiting room, but it didn't mean that all those people were ahead of you for whatever you were there for. So anyways, that is my lesson for the day, is just whatever your situation is, just look at the bright things. Look at the good things. Like I said, like, no, I didn't want to only get a few hours of sleep. No, I didn't want to have to go to the hospital at 6 in the morning. But what a gorgeous day. And even just, like I said, a few minutes in the garden made me feel so good and happy. And yeah, so there's good in everything. You just got to find it and look for it, right? See, I told you I was good at rambling when I needed to, but that was only 10 minutes of rambling. My Steven didn't even say bye. But I hope he has fun with his friends at cards when I have a drink. When I was in my early 20s, I read a book called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff, by Dr. Richard Carlson. And it has all these little things to do to try not to let the little things in life bother you, because they are just that, little things. And it really changed my life, and there's so many things in that book that I still implement to my life today. So that's where I got, like, the kind of like, nothing's an emergency except an emergency, or, you know, like taking, you know, like learning patience when you're in a line, just like, what is this supposed to teach me? And yeah, so, or even in traffic, like, not to be a crazy angry person, because it's not going to benefit anyone, and you're just you know, so you got to think about the guy who cut you off. He might have just made a mistake in traffic, like lots of us do, or he might be in a hurry. He might have something like an emergency. We don't know anybody's story, so instead of getting mad, just be like, you know, send him positive energy and wish him well. And don't let yourself get worked up about the things. Just try and be more calm. And so yeah, I still implement a lot of the stuff that I learned from that book. What else did we talk about last week? I don't know. I sunburnt my back and shoulders like a week ago, or more than a week ago. Only one day that I wore, like, what we call a muscle shirt, like a vest top out, and I burnt, and so then I kept putting, even that day, after a couple hours, and I could tell that it was too red, I put on a t-shirt, but it was quite red and sore for many days. But then the last few days it's just been dry and itchy, so I've got Steve to put cream on it, but it's starting to feel better today. But yeah, so you can tell that it is so weird how dark my, like, arms are compared to my belly. It's like two different people. And I need to dye my hair as well, because, you know, the white showing through again. I want to say that too, like, I know some people don't age well physically, and again, it's not all about looks, but I just want to say that I'm grateful for the fact that I I seem to be aging quite well, and I'm grateful for that. I don't want to take that for granted. Still have my hospital bracelet on, so, but I had my watch on this wrist, so it's really loose, so I could just slide it off. So tell me something. Tell me what's new. What's going on? What do you want to talk about? My doggy Lena's over there, and she looks so sweet and cute, and I just want to squish her and pet her. Soft fur, but I can't because I'm over here. So, anything else new? Mom says, why do you have a sweater on? Felicity wants to know why you have a sweater on. It was kind of like a comfy, just because it's comfy, and I have the door open right now, and it's evening time here, so it's 8:30 p.m., like bedtime, past bedtime probably for Felicity, if it was the same time as there. So it's a little bit chillier in the house, so that's why I'm wearing my sweater. And hi Felicity, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I can't talk and chew on my lip at the same time, so maybe I won't chew on my lip. So I didn't get any of my gardening magazines read or anything really. I just napped napped at the hospital. I did some of my posts on my phone, and that's basically it. And then here, like I said, at home, I have basically napped all day. So the good thing is that, like I told Steve when I woke up, I said if I was just napping for nothing, then that would be like one thing, but I was dreaming, so I said to me, it's like, so that couple hours of napping and dreaming is like me watching a movie, so that was cool. So yeah. And it's always different having a nap in a different place instead of your bed, so having a little afternoon nap on the couch during the day is kind of nice, isn't it? So I don't know, hopefully I'll sleep tonight. We'll see, but then if I don't, then I'll read my book on my phone or something. I don't read enough anymore because I spend so much time in the garden, but I guess this injury on my knee is telling me, you know, like I said, every situation in life you can ask yourself, what is this meant to teach me? What am I supposed to be learning? What life lesson am I supposed to be learning in this situation? And I guess this is to get me back in the house and to not just take it easy, but like to like rotate what I'm doing, not to spend all my time doing one thing like gardening. So I'm guessing that's what this is. So I'm back in the house, and we'll see how much housework gets done with this bad knee. Mom, why do you keep making mad faces on the side? Is that Felicity doing that on your phone? What else? The garden is lovely. I can't believe it's almost July, and yeah, the summer's gonna go by so quickly. Okay, so what I've done this week, and I'm really proud of myself, like I've told you guys before that I wanted to do last year and this year, is trying not to buy new plants, but trying to love what I have, and I have been. And I don't know if I said this last week, but like, so a lot of times when I plant up a pot, I might put 3 different things in, right? You have your thriller, your spiller, that means it spills over the side, and your filler, that fills out, you know, the pot so it looks full. So usually I put 3 plants in each pot. Well, over the years, if say I have a pot and 2 things are doing well and the third thing has died, or in another pot and there's out of the 3 only 1 is there, or it's not getting as big as I thought it was, then I'm like combining them, so then I have all 3 of those in one pot and I have a free pot. And I'm not using the empty pots right now, because like I said, I'm trying not to buy more plants, but I'm trying to combine and condense and make everything. So I've done so much, and like I said, this week in the garden, worked my tail off physically, and like, so it's looking great. Things are getting condensed, and it's just so much, you know, it'll be easier to take care of, and all that. I've planted out, I mean, my garden is, like I said, my seeds, Even though I thought I started them on time, they haven't done like wonderful. By the end of the summer, I might get a bit of a harvest. Although like I did pick like some golden raspberries, some red raspberries, my first year with black currants. Not lots, but some, because I have a black currant bush. And peas. I picked some of the peas while they were flat, so they call them mange-tout here. So just flat peas, and before they got big. But so I did get a bit of a harvest already, even though it's just the end of June. But my purple basil, I planted out, and what else? Oh, the sunflowers that the girls started, I planted out, and I have only one curly kale plant, purple curly kale plant seeded, so I only have one of those. I have six purple basil, and then I only have 3 chard, and they're all the same color, Swiss chard, because you can get like the bright lights chard where the stems are different colors, like red, yellow, green, and purple and stuff, but I think they're all yellow. And then I grew some how do you say it? Not amaranthus. Not amethyst. Maybe it is amaranthus. Amaranth. Anyways, you get like Love Lies Bleeding. It gets those big, long flower things that you can put in dried flowers and stuff. So, and I have white flowers and red flowers of that. So I planted some of those out in the flower beds and stuff. And what else? This type of salvia called, it's called blue denim. I can't remember what the type of salvia it is. So I've started those from seed. I planted those out. I have Florence fennel and bronze fennel, but they're really tiny that I grew from seed, and I need to put them in something. But it says that your fennel, you're not really supposed to grow with fruit and veg, because it doesn't do well. The fruit and veg doesn't do well growing near fennel, so I will plant. Lena, go see who it is. Go. Lena, who is it? Go and see. So lazy, just lying there barking. Lazy old lady. So I need to put my fennel into pots, but I think because it's so small still, I think I'm going to just take the little plugs and pot them into a little bit of a bigger pot and let them grow on a bit. I was over at my friend Beck's on Friday. Remember I told you last week that I had a date with my friend Beck's, who I haven't seen in, I thought it was 2 years, but it was actually 3 years. So I went and visited her and saw her new renovations and her garden and everything else, and she has bronze fennel, and I thought it was just an annual, but she's had hers for a few years growing, so hopefully it will grow. Oh, and I did grow, and I planted out, like I had 3 asparagus, no, not asparagus, artichoke, 3 artichoke plants. I planted 2 out, and I have 1 that I'm going to plant somewhere else to see if it likes it better in a different place, and so that's exciting if the artichokes actually grow. They're like big, huge thistle plants. Yes.
Hey, Mrs. Purple, you want a mint?
No, I'm good, but thank you. Erica wants to say hi and bye.
I just wanted to go to bed.
No, I know, but all they see is hair right now. She's in there somewhere.
Love you.
Love you too. Say hi and bye.
Bye, hi, bye.
Okay, bye.
Hi, stupid. Love you all,
Mom says I didn't hear what you said about the sweater. I said because it was comfy and because it's late in the evening here and I have the door open for the dog, and so it's a bit chillier in here.
Thumb down.
Because it's almost 9 o'clock here. 9 in the evening. So that's why I'm wearing a sweater. And what else did I plant out? I'm trying to just get everything into the ground or the into pots or whatever, just like I said, so I can put everything out and just take care of it for the summer. I'd like to, just like Christmas, when you want to be like done, okay, like I've said this before, people will complain if I start putting up my Christmas decorations too early, but I don't want to be still decorating come December 23rd or whatever. I want it all, like my goal this year and in future years is to do the decorating so that December 1st, the decorating's done and I get to enjoy the Christmas season all those days. So the only thing I want to have to do in those is anything extra that I want to do, like wrap gifts or whatever. I don't want to be just working my butt off trying to make Christmas look good so that for 1 or 2 days everything's done and it looks good. So it's the same thing with the garden. I don't want to spend all of June and July making everything look good so I only get to look at it in August and September. I want everything to, you know, especially like that's why a lot of perennials are nice, because then the garden's mature and it looks good in every season and you don't have to wait all summer for things to look good. So that's what I plan on doing. So yeah, I already potted out my beans and peas like a few weeks ago. And like I said, I already got some peas off of my plants. And cucumbers, they're there, but they're not doing a lot. In the greenhouse, I have those, which I'm trying to grow for the first time, the loofah gourds. So they're not really taken off yet either. And cucumbers, I have a bit of tomatoes, but my tomatoes are still very small plants. So maybe at the end of the summer, I might have some. But yeah, it's definitely not my year for seedlings. But we'll see what it looks like at the end of the summer with seedlings. Luckily, I still have a beautiful garden and I have a lot of perennials and lots of things to love. My corn, I was just looking at pictures from last year and my corn was like about 3 feet tall at least already in like July 12th. And my corn is still like anywhere from that to that. Like, again, I've had trouble with the corn too. So, yeah. And it's not sweet corn, it's gem corn again, but I'm not bothered if nothing grows this year of those extra things. I'm just trying to love what I already have. So we will see. I can't remember if there's anything else that I planted out. I'm trying to see my garden in my head. The sunflowers, they're pretty short, but they're very thick stems, and they look really strong and healthy, the sunflowers that the girls started. So I don't know what variety they are because I got them from the Middlewich Crazy Daisies group that's doing wildflowers all over Middlewich. And so I don't know what variety of sunflower they are, but I will put pictures on my Facebook and on the Crazy Daisies to show their progress. So we'll see what they look like when they're done. Artichokes. Trying to think what else I have planted. My okra all died. I think maybe there's one plant there. I don't know if it's a weed or an okra plant because I've never grown okra before. So that'll be something I'll have to try another year. And my ornamental gourds that I tried, they died. I planted out some Spanish. Okay, yeah, it's like well, I have one Spanish flag climber, just one little plant, and we'll see how it does. And then, but I have the black-eyed Susan vine that I grew, and I have about 7 plants, but they're like little. And I drove by this house today or the other day, and I saw that their black-eyed Susan vine is like going crazy already, and that's an annual. So I'm pretty sure it's still an annual here. I've never grown it here before, but we can grow it in Canada, but it's an annual in Canada. But I was like, ooh, theirs is a bit more ahead than mine is. Seeing mine's like barely done anything. But like I said, again, it's not the best season for my seedlings, so I'll try them another time, another year. But I'm taking care of things. Things are looking good in the garden. Nova's down here. I haven't seen Nova on the weekend because Tom was at his nan's, so he just put her outside. Both those doggies are so cute, and I'd give them squishy love if I could, but I'm here with my knee up and talking to you guys, which I love you guys too. It was really great seeing Bex and having a visit with somebody, and so I need to do that more. And I can't wait to get together with Samantha, especially now that Spencer's home and I get to meet Spencer. I'd like to do it with Steve, like us go at the same time to meet Spencer, but we'll see what is happening because, you know, Steve has to work. Somebody has to do the work around here, right? So it's not me. I'm crippled. I need to rest. I'm injured. It's so frustrating because it's one thing if like something happened where I couldn't be outside so then I could get the housework done, but this is like gonna make things difficult for a lot of stuff getting done. But the problem is too that I know that I'm stubborn and I'm gonna still like want to get stuff done, but at the same time I can't push it. I need to take it easy, or that I don't want to make it worse. Like I need it to heal. So if you just started watching now, you can look it up. I have what is called housemaid's knee on my left knee, just below my kneecap. So I have to rest it, take painkillers, and ice it. So yeah, so let's see, July. So next time I talk to you guys, it'll be July. We have had the summer solstice, so it is officially summer, and that is exciting. We've had nice weather here, and it looks like it'll continue to be nice. Not in the 20s, but just in the 18s, 19s. Christine, it says that you want to join my video. I honestly, that would be great if you want to be on my video, but I just want to make sure before I add you that it wasn't a mistake that you clicked to join the video. That is my cousin Christine. She lives up in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Would you like to be my guest, Christine? Just waiting for a response. So yeah, the weather is nice. Need to get to the seaside at some point on a nice day, and we're looking at a when and where we want to go for a family holiday. So that will be something that we need to decide. Just adding my cousin any moment now. I'll have a drink while we're waiting. I love when people want to be my guests because it makes it more interesting. So come on, phone, work. Come on, phone, work. Let's go, phone. Christine, oh, let's try it again, Christine. For some reason, when I approve it, it says, wait. So Christine, you said yes, but you're at work, so you can't, oh, you can't be my guest now, but you'd like to be my guest at another time? I'm not sure. I don't understand. Oh, there she is.
Okay, I'm in.
Oh, okay, let me turn up my volume. And I can't see you. Christine, are you there? Oh, there you are. Hello.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm just at work currently, but I'm gonna have to say farewell soon because I got to go back to work. But I thought I'd just drop in and say a quick hi. I seen you were live, so I thought I'd say hi.
Cool, and you can tell people what you do for work?
I run a photo center here in St. Albert. Been doing that almost 4 years now, and I enjoy my job very much.
Oh, so you live in St. Albert?
Yep.
That's how out of touch I am. I thought you were in Grand Prairie.
Well, I used to be. I have been in St. Albert now almost 11 years.
Holy, that's really bad because maybe I did know that and totally forgot.
Yeah.
And just associate you with Grand Prairie, but I mean that's like there's probably people out there who still think I live in Edmonton, which I haven't done for over 14 years. So
Yeah. How's life in the UK?
it's good. It's a good life. We have a nice size garden, nice size house, and the roads are tight and the houses are narrow, but I feel like we have space here, so it's good, and a good family, and the people. Like I said, even though the roads are tight and the houses are tight, the people are like pretty much the same. And so, they're just people like, and the healthcare is the same. So I'm lucky that we can go to the doctors when we need to. And yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
life
nice,
is life.
babe.
Pardon?
For sure. That's nice, I said.
Yeah. Kids are growing quickly. You're a grandma now for third time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, I just saw Stephen added a picture today with baby on his shoulders.
Yeah. Nice.
Very exciting.
It is. Yeah. Jade is growing like a weed. It's crazy.
Yeah, it goes by so
So,
fast, as you know, from being a mom to being a grandma. You know, actually,
yeah, it's different. Very different.
I had thought about that too because I was going to ask you if I could post the pictures because I was thinking about preemie babies when my friend Samantha had her preemie who just went home today from the hospital, and because Stephen was a preemie,
Yes.
and we went to the hospital with you or brought you home from the hospital.
Yes. Yeah, that was in Edmonton for sure. A long time ago. Almost 24 years ago.
Yeah, but I have a picture of me like standing in front of the incubator with him in the back.
Yeah. So, anywho, I have to run. I have to get back to work. So I hope you have a great day.
Okay, thanks for stopping in.
See you. Bye.
Bye. So that is my cousin Christine on my dad's side, which a lot of my dad's, out of 7 kids, they were born and raised in like LaCorey and Bonnyville area. But out of 7 kids, 6 of them eventually all moved up to Grand Prairie area. And so Christine grew up in Grand Prairie. So that's why I just assumed she's in Grand Prairie. But obviously, as you heard from what she said, she's not been living in Grand Prairie for quite a while. And her kids one lives in Grand Prairie and one lives in Calgary. So all over the place. But it is crazy when you grew up with your cousins and friends and stuff and you had no kids, and then you see everybody have kids, and then their kids get older, and now their kids are having kids. And Christine's a bit older than me, so her kids are already having kids, and so she's a grandma before us. And yeah, just crazy how quickly it all goes by, which I don't have to tell when, and like people like Auntie Diane and my mom are watching, and they're a bit older than me, so they know even more so that it goes by quickly. So another thing we don't want to take for granted is how quick our babies and our grandbabies and everybody grow up, and just to enjoy life along the way. And like I said, I love having guests, even if it's just to pop in like that, because it makes it more interesting. It introduces people I love to the other people that I love, and a little snippet into my world. So, and like I said, with my visit with Bex, like I haven't seen Christine in years. Probably my dad's funeral in January of 2017 was the last time that I saw Christine. I'm thinking. Yeah, I think that was the last time I saw her. And if not then I saw her just the year before I moved here. So it's been quite a while. Luckily, as adults, a lot of times we don't change too much, but it's still nice to see each other, to talk to each other. And I'm so grateful for technology and me being able to do these lives to talk to you guys, and for everybody to be able to watch them, even if you guys are watching at a later time or listening to them. And it's not live. At least you get to see what's up with me and my family and what is going on. And it feels like we've had a visit. So if you want to be my guest, even if you just want to stop in, feel free to stop in any Sunday. It's the same time every week. And you can do that, like a quick pop in, or you can let me know and we can do where you're my guest for the whole hour if you want. I am going to have to figure out something for my workout because I'm not going to miss a day. And then I need to just make sure there's something I wanted to check. Oh, I wanted to check on my, my, what are they called again? Loofah gourds in the greenhouse, and make sure that the slugs aren't eating the leaves. So I'm going to go check those and then chill in my bed after I'm done my workout, and just rest my knee. And I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to read or what. But like I said, Steve's gone to cards, so I will just try and rest my knee, and we'll see how much I can get done tomorrow and this week. Other than that, I will talk to you guys next week, same time. And I'm not sure where I'll be from 8 till 9 because it's Erica's birthday, but I will definitely have my live, even if it's only a few minutes to stop in and say, hey, I'm busy. But I'll try and work at whatever we do for her birthday, that I'll still be doing my live. So we will see you guys next week. Have a great week. I love you guys, and take care. And look at the little good things in life, even when you're in shitty situations. Love you. Bye.